Greg, to learn about these teams, when do we get a sense of a team's true identity?
Well, not this early in the season. I'd say at least a quarter of the way through it. That's when you kind of get a sense of a squad's chemistry.
And the Clippers starting five. George and Leonard are the forwards. Norman Powell is out there with Harden. And it's Zubac in at the five. Powell, that's good.
Good play by Powell. Just a strong field to take the three that time.
One thing you marvel at, the consistency of Paul George, year in and year out.
I wonder when Paul George, Greg, goes into the offseason, if it's more tinkering and sharpening all those skills, or if he's trying to add something. Because I don't know how you add anything to how versatile a player he is.
Now Irving. Paul George missing from long range. Back to Irving. Powell pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Here's Exum. His three-pointers off the mark. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Leonard. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Leonard. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Dallas again missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And Harden with the stuff.
And Harden seeks out contact. Sometimes it seems like he prefers to try to score through it.
A nice shot by Doncic.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The backcourt pair will be Westbrook and Mann. Plumlee out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's George in at the small forward.
They're so good with making plays off of the bounce. So difficult to stay with them defensively.
Greg, what a remarkable run from the Dallas Mavericks in that 2010-11 NBA season.
And some say it's the toughest title any team has ever won. And when you consider the juggernauts they took out, including the big three of the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals.
And here's George for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
A nice shot by Tucker.
And that's where Tucker likes to set up camp. He's in those short corners, and he knows what to do with it.
Outside Irving. Jones sets the pick for Irving. Tries again, and it's Jones laying it in.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
To the wing on the left. Launches a 3. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing. Clippers leading by 3.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Here's Hardaway. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
That's a hard-nosed play from Hardaway, absorbing contact and not taking no for an answer.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clipper, thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
Showing they know how to play. Team chemistry is on display. Like what I did there, showing they know how to play.
And let's take a glance at what... Thanks for joining us.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
The star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. Exum is out there with Grant Williams. And it's Powell in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. You know, Brent, I've got to ask, now that the age of college basketball dynasties is more or less over, do you miss it?
Yeah, I don't know so much if I've ever thought about it, Kevin, as dynasties, just so much as powerhouse teams that every year you see were competing at the highest level in the NCAA tournament. So, not really. I love the open competition, and I love that players have the choice now to where it is that they can control where they're going to make the biggest contributions collegiately.
And it's Doncic missing. The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. Powell kicks to Harden. The shot by George, wide open. A 3-pointer off the mark.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
Powell with a screen on Harden. Irving attacking, and yes, it's good. Irving's got 10 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And taking a look at the LA Clippers, Brent, a team that just keeps coming up short, unfortunately.
Well, the Clippers have definitely been more competitive lately, and it's kind of like phase 2 for them with this group. They still haven't been able to get over the hump, and they have some work to do.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dante Exum. Out to Doncic. Over Harden. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Williams. Doncic has got the lead up to 3 now for the Mavs. From deep, George connects from 3-point range. George has got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for the Clippers. Hardaway from outside. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Harden outside. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Mavericks shooting their initial free throws in the game right here.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And let's take a listen now to Coach Toronto.
Hey, we got to get more physical down the other end, man. We got to get some stuff.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Man in at shooting guard with George at small forward. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot. The Mavericks trailing. Puts it up from 17. The shot's good from Irving. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
In the The dunk by Doncic.
And Sean's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Doncic's handles are very impressive.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Clippers. Fires from deep. And the Clippers miss again.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Irving from long range. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Here's Kleber. Lays it up off the glass.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots that knocked them down. And the game is fully in their control.
Here's Leonard. Zubac, a screen on Doncic. Passes it to George. Back to Harden. And the Clippers miss again.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Down low, stolen by Zubac.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? Now, they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Doncic passes to Irving. Another three for Dallas.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Can't get it to fall. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And they even their record in group play in this